You're not getting poorer because you're lazy. You're getting poorer because inflation never sleeps. The confusion. Think about it. Your salary goes up. Maybe you get that 3% raise after busting your ass all year. You feel a little better, right? Like you're finally getting ahead. But then life just feels more expensive. Gas prices creep up another dime. Your grocery bill hits $200 for what used to cost $150. Rent jumps, even though your apartment hasn't changed. And savings, you tuck away a few $100 each month, but the stress never leaves. It's like no matter how hard you grind, the finish line keeps moving further away. You start questioning everything. Am I spending too much on coffee? Should I cancel that streaming service? But deep down, you know you've been careful. You've budgeted, you've cut corners, you've done everything they told you to do. Work hard, save smart, climb the ladder. And yet, it still doesn't add up. The numbers in your account look the same, but they buy less. The dream of financial freedom, it feels like a joke. You did everything right, and it still didn't work. What inflation really does. Inflation isn't some abstract economic term they throw around on the news. It's real and it's sneaky. Prices don't skyrocket overnight. They quietly inch up. No fanfare, no announcement from the government saying, hey folks, everything's gonna cost more starting tomorrow. It just happens. One day your morning coffee is $4.50, next month it's $5. And before you know it, that same paycheck that used to cover your bills with room to spare now leaves you scraping by. It's not about the money in your wallet disappearing, it's about what that money can actually do. 10 years ago, $50 might have filled your gas tank and grabbed you a decent lunch. Today, barely gets you halfway home. Your dollars are still there, but their power is eroded, bit by bit, day by day. And the worst part, you don't even notice it at first. It's like a slow leak in your tire. You keep driving, but eventually you're flat on the side of the road wondering what went wrong. Think of the little things that add up. Healthcare costs climbing faster than your income, college tuition ballooning for your kids, even entertainment, streaming services hiking fees while your cable bill does the same. Inflation touches everything, silently chipping away at the life you've built. It's not dramatic, it's relentless. And that's what makes it so damn effective at keeping you down. Inflation doesn't steal your money, it steals what your money can do. Why salary never catches up. Probably heard it from your boss. We're giving you a raise this year. Congrats. Maybe it's 4% if you're lucky. But here's the cold truth. Those raises come once a year, if at all. They're negotiated, debated, and often tied to performance reviews that feel arbitrary. Meanwhile, inflation, it's always on. It doesn't wait for approval. Every single day, costs are edging higher. Food, energy, housing. By the time your raise hits your bank account, inflation has already eaten into it. It's a catch-up game, rigged against you. Let's say inflation runs at 3% annually. That's the official number they tout. But in reality, for the stuff you actually buy, it feels higher. Your salary might step up in chunks, 50K to 52K, but inflation is a constant flow, compounding over time. Over 5 years, that 3% inflation turns your buying power into a shadow of what it was. And if you're in a job where raises barely keep pace, you're falling behind without even moving. Look at the data they've buried in reports. Average wages in the US have grown, sure, but when adjusted for inflation, real wages for most folks have stagnated or even dropped since the 1970s. Yeah, you read that right. Decades of growth that doesn't trickle down to you. Companies cite market conditions, but the truth is they're protecting their profits while you chase the dragon. You work overtime, take side gigs, hustle like hell, and still the gap widens. Your salary moves in steps. Inflation moves every day. The system benefits. debts. Who wins in this setup? Not you. The system is designed that way. Governments love inflation because it lets them print more money to pay off debts. Your tax dollars at work, right? They inflate the currency, making old debts cheaper in real terms. It's like magic for them. Borrow big today, pay back with weaker dollars tomorrow. Companies, they thrive on it. They raise prices ahead of the curve, padding their margins while blaming supply chain issues or global events. Profits soar. Look at the record earnings of big corps during inflationary spikes. They adjust instantly, passing costs to you. Meanwhile, workers like you're the last to feel any relief. Unions fight for better deals, but even then, it's a battle against a tide that's always rising. It's systemic. The Federal Reserve targets 2% inflation like it's a holy grail. Keeps the economy healthy, they say. But healthy for who? Not the middle class watching their dreams deflate. Billionaires and institutions, they invest in assets that outpace inflation. Stocks, real estate. You stuck with a savings account yielding peanuts. The game is stacked. Inflation rewards those who control the levers, not the people turning the wheels. Inflation rewards the system, not the people inside it. Psychological, damn it. The real killer isn't just the numbers, it's what inflation does to your mind. You start blaming yourself. I must not be working hard enough. Maybe I should have chosen a different career. So you double down. Longer hours, skipped vacations, side hustles that drain your soul. You save more aggressively, cutting out joys like dinners out or family trips. But even then, you're still behind. The anxiety builds. A constant hum in the back of your head. It erodes your confidence. You see friends posting vacations on social media and wonder, how are they affording that? But they're probably in the same boat, hiding the stress. Inflation turns optimism into doubt, ambition into exhaustion. Marriages strain under pressure, mental health takes a hit, depression rates spike during high inflation periods. It's not coincidence. You're not just losing purchasing power, you're losing faith in the future. In society, it pushes the narrative, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. But when the bootstraps are fraying from inflation, that's a cruel lie. It makes you question your worth, your decisions, your life. Hope fades, replaced with a quiet resentment that simmers under the surface. Inflation doesn't just reduce money, it reduces hope. The hardest realization. Here's the gut punch. Even your safe money isn't safe. That emergency fund in the bank, it's losing value every day inflation ticks up. Interest rates on savings accounts, pathetic, often below inflation, meaning your money is shrinking in real terms. CDs, bonds, they promise stability, but it's a facade. Time is inflation's best friend. It compounds the loss while you wait for better days. Doing nothing feels like the prudent choice. Don't rock the boat, just save and wait. But that's the trap. Inflation punishes passivity. Your grandparents' era of steady savings accounts, gone. Today, stability is an illusion sold by banks and advisors who benefit from your inertia. Realize this. Every day you park money in low-yield spots, you're choosing to lose. It's not about risk. It's about the silent theft happening right under your nose. The hardest part? Accepting that the system you trusted, the one that promised hard work leads to security, betrays you. It's not fair, it's not right, but it's reality. Wake up to it, and the weight hits harder. Doing nothing is also a decision, and inflation punishes it. Inflation always wins. Not because you're weak, but because the system is built that way.
This wasn't an accident. It wasn't your failure. The rules changed.